it's me, Catherine, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name's Kat, and I'm an acting geek. I'm also a musical theater internet cult leader, but don't worry about it. If you love the performing arts, hit subscribe to join our cult. Yep, this is the cult. What has my humor turned into? I'm so excited for this year. Like, I can just feel it. 2019 is gonna be really, really great. Question of the day, what are your New Year's resolutions? Let me know in the comments down below. So what better way to kick off the new year than with a ton of audition tips directly from Hollywood's top casting directors, agents, managers, and acting coaches. You're welcome. This past holiday season, I was part of a charity event where a ton of the top entertainment industry professionals gave back their time to aspiring actors, and I got to be the guest reader. It was really cool. I was geeking out the whole time. I wrote down basically everything they said, and now I'm gonna share it with you guys. Today's video is also brought to you in part by Audible, so thank you for supporting the geeky content that I make here on the internet, but more on that later. So let's jump into the audition tips. Of course, there was a large panel of industry pros at this event, and a lot of people had different opinions. The ones that I'm going to mention in this video were kind of a general consensus across the board of things that they liked, but of course, take the advice that you like and drop the stuff that you don't find valuable to yourself. Take it with a grain of salt. So first off, youth is your biggest asset. Looking young is so helpful in this industry, and not just because like people are obsessed with like youth and beauty. I sound like a Disney villain. Being young looking as an adult, aka you're over the age of 18, is so helpful. A ton of casting breakdowns ask for 18 to play younger. That's because 18 is the legal adult working age. You can work more hours than a child, so if you look like you're a child but can work the hours of an adult, huge bonus. So how do you showcase your youth in the audition room? Solid, bright colors was the absolute #1 thing that I heard across the board. A lot of the people that I was talking to cast shows for like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Netflix, Freeform, CW. Additionally, wear as little makeup as possible. Dress a little more on the conservative side. This was surprisingly a note that I saw a lot, and sometimes it was about clothing that I wouldn't particularly find revealing in everyday life, but when I saw it on camera or like cropped up close, I was like, ooh, that's a little scandy. In that same vein, don't let anything about your look distract from your actual talent and your audition. That means super patterned clothing, really dangly earrings, a bad bra. You're in the audition room for such a little time, make sure that they're not focusing on anything but your acting. If you're under the age of 18, say your age in your slate. If you're over the age of 18, just say that you're over 18. That means that you're a legal adult for the industry for working purposes, but you don't give away that you're actually 26 and auditioning for a high school student. Even if you look like a high school student, the second that you're like, oh, by the way, I'm 30, but I'm super young and hot looking, in their brain, they're already like, but she's 30. Be off book. That's it. That's literally all I can say about that. This kind of feels like the #1 rule when it comes to acting, but because it's so basic, I think we kind of forget about it a lot, and that's to listen. Listen to your scene partner, listen to the reader, listen in the silence. Just because you're not speaking doesn't mean that you're not in the scene anymore. Of course, if you're acting on film while you're not speaking, you might not be in the shot, but in the audition room, all eyes are on you the whole time. In that same vein, do the work. And I see this a lot too in musical theater auditions. You have to know the answers. You have to know who your character is. You have to know why they're saying what they're saying. Make the person that you're playing a fully fleshed out, realized human. Even if you're in an acting class, do the work at home and then refine it in class. Also, there are tons of fun ways to work on your craft. Just because you're working doesn't mean that you're not having fun. You can find actors that you admire and you can study their work, aka binge sesh. I have a ton of educational videos on my channel, so binge some YouTube even. Or you can listen to audiobooks on Audible. One of my big resolutions is to really work on my career, to really step it up and to really go for it. This new year, I'm actually really excited. I'm going to start listening to The Actor's Life, A Survival Guide. It's a book by Jenna Fisher, aka Pam Beasley. And she talks about her life in the entertainment industry, in and out of the biz, her life as an actor, her work as an actor. You can also check out Audible Originals, which are exclusive audio titles created by the most celebrated storytellers in theater, journalism, literature, aka all the stuff we love. Get your first audiobook for free when you try Audible for 30 days. Visit audible.com/Katherine Steele Steele or text Katherine Steele to 500 500. Again, that's audible.com/Katherine Steele or text Katherine Steele to 500 500. Thanks Audible for supporting us theater geeks. Now this next tip is again something that I've heard very different things about across the board, but I thought I'd mention it here. A couple of the casting directors that I was talking to really like it when actors use small hand props. They feel like miming something really takes you out of the scene. So if you're in a scene that you're auditioning for something and you need to take a phone call, go ahead and use your cell phone as a prop. Again, it's very different. I've heard people who think that props are inappropriate in an audition room, and I've heard people who really like audition props. So, up to you. Take your age and your info off of your resume. There is absolutely no reason to ever put your address on a resume. This industry has a lot of rejection, so let me just say, your headshot and resume will end up in the trash can at some point. That being said, now anyone who goes through the trash has a photo of you and your home address. Sketchy. In fact, I wouldn't even put your phone number. If you have an agent, put your agent's info. If you don't, just put your email on. Your email address should be professional and solely for acting. When you audition for something, you need to have full commitment to the scene and to the part. And commit to the audition itself. You never know when you're going to be auditioning for these people again. So you want to have your best foot forward. Have a full arc in your scene. And by that, I mean emotionally, you need to start one place at the beginning of the scene and someplace different by the end of it. Same thing goes for vocal auditions. When you're choosing a musical theater audition song, you need to have a full emotional arc, not just money notes. Keep in mind that being an actor is about being a storyteller. You're there to tell a story, so we need to be taken on that full story and that full journey. So there you guys go. Those are a ton of audition tips for 2019 directly from Hollywood's industry pros. Again, huge thank you to Audible for supporting this video. Visit audible.com/Katherine Steele or text Katherine Steele to 500 500. If you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out and I'd really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!